Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. We are inside the Spring Lake Park Gymnasium, where tonight we wind down the boys volleyball regular season between the Blaine Bengals and the Spring Lake Park Panthers. It's a cat battle here on North Metro tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Anderson. Glad you could be with us for this late season tilt. Both teams sitting around the middle of the pack inside the Northwest Suburban Conference. A really good start to the year for the Panthers, but they're at 17-10 right now and have been kind of playing about 500 ball the last half of the season, and they're looking to get a big win here tonight on their home court. The Blaine Bengals have really started to play some decent ball in the middle of the season, but had a couple of tough runs in the tournament that they were just in. So they are sitting at 12-9. They need a big night tonight from Anders Larson and the squad in tow completely. Take a look at Anders Larson from his last game, a 5-set victory against Centennial, and this was impressive. This was April 8th earlier in the season. This is what Anders Larson has been doing. If you talk to teams around the area, they'll say, you better be aware of Anders Larson because he can jump out of the gym and he can make life difficult. They will set for him early and often. As you get a look at Anders coming up right here, he can just leap, and he's big and tall and strong, and he's a tough matchup at the outside hitter position. Time for Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park's been getting it done in kind of a plethora of ways, if you will, and it's been a lot because of James Dow. James Dow leads the team in kills. He's got 167 coming into tonight. He and Ben Lowe, they've worked really, really well together this year in the absence of Atticus Molitor, who's the senior that they miss a ton heading into tonight's game. Molitor's been such a big part of their squad, and he will not be able to play tonight, and he hasn't played for pretty much all season, and that certainly hurt them. But for what James Dow has done, he has really stepped in and taken over that leadership role with 167 kills. So it should be fun tonight. There's a look at Molitor right there as we wrap. Boys volleyball coming up next. It's Blaine, it's Spring Lake Park, and it's next on North Metro.
And now, here in line for tonight's game, picking up the men starters for Blaine. Number 1, senior Colin Ely. Number 6, senior Anders Larson. Number 10, senior Peng-Su Yang.
And welcome back, folks. North Metro TV, Tim Anderson here with you. Glad you could be with us tonight. Lineups being introduced right now for the Blaine Bengals. Spring Lake Park will be introduced here shortly. There's a look at Coach Shelley Deegan. Had a chance to talk with her before the game. Pleasant conversation with both her and her assistant, Maui Kahiapo. Seeming really excited, energized about her team. Like some of the things that they're doing, talks about how the program's growing. It's really good. On the other side, Sam Christofferson is the head coach for the Blaine Bengals. There's a look at Sam. Assistant coach, very young coaching staff in general. Assistant coach Laura Bouch and Claire Mikulich is right there next to him. One thing you're noticing with this now being in its second year of being an official sport is the program's a lot of parity in the middle. One thing I talked about with Coach Deegan a little bit is how there's a lot of teams that are just kind of hanging around that 500, slightly above 500, maybe a few games above 500 mark. And that's just a sign of the parity. But as these programs kind of grow and you start to bring in freshmen and you bring in 8th graders and you start developing your programs across the board, you're going to start to see those stronger programs start to separate. Kind of like what you're seeing Elk River doing at the top of the Northwest Suburban. 26-1 heading into tonight. Elk River's been fantastic. And that's what a lot of teams out here are trying to chase down. So it should be fun to watch. And lineups have been introduced, and we are ready to go. One thing to keep an eye on with the Panthers tonight is going to be depth and stamina. They've got players who are out injured. They've got players who are ill tonight. I don't know if it's spring allergy season or cold, whatever it may be. They are clearly dealing with that, and so they're going to be maybe relying on some JV folks and other such players to kind of help them get through it here this evening. All right, players are on the floor. Now they're going to start off with Atticus Molitor, the senior, number 9. He's going to, it's senior night, so I think they're going to give him a chance to get a point here on senior night, which I think is a really cool thing. You start to see teams do this in basketball a lot if there's an injured senior. Saw this earlier this year where I'm from at Anoka with Deborah Ianni, who was out with an injury. They got a basket before the game for her. And that stuff's really cool. I think it's good for both teams. It's good for programs. It's good for kids. I'm all about it. You can see Atticus Molitor right there, number 9. A player that they miss, no question about it. Pleasure to have you with us. It's been kind of a spring season that's been surprisingly on time. We've had some washouts at North Metro like we always do every spring with rainouts and things, but by and large the season started on time, and we are going to get to the playoffs pretty much on time, which is really nice for a lot of these programs. Section softball starts tonight around the area. Blaine's softball team's at Anoka. I think Spring Lake Park is also on the road tonight. All right, and this will be basically just a free ace for Molitor. He's gonna serve this, and then they'll reach a point right back for Blaine, and then we'll basically start at 1-1. So this is cool. You can hear the crowd kind of getting into this for Mr. Molitor. And here's the serve. And he serves it. Oh, they're going to say he's out. It's one serve. Oh, come on. They're saying, let's count that in. And I agree, let's count it in. And no, the ref's not going to do that. If it's out, it's out. Oh, good job by Atticus Molitor. He gives a free point away to serve, but let's see what they do. Blaine wants to give the point to Spring Lake Park so that they can take the point back. So we'll see if they answer with a long serve of their own. There's a look at Molitor. I can't believe a standing serve went long. And now we'll see what Grant Larson does. Larson, 6'5" junior. He's going to serve from way back. We'll see if he fires one into the back wall here. Nope, he'll serve it. Well, so much for that. 1-0 Blaine. That's rejected at the net, but it ends up falling inside the Blaine zone, and it's going to be 1-1. They get the point back anyway, so no harm, no foul. And on the service line will be Gabe Molitor, the libero. Molitor, the libero, in the white jersey. Spring Lake Park in the blue. Blaine in the white with the navy blue as the libero this evening. Molitor's serve goes, oh, just deflected and touched by Cooper Brower. That goes long, and a point for the Panthers. Quickly 2-1. That one looked like it snuck up on Brower. He wasn't sure if it was going to go long or not, so he decided to play it. Ended up getting a fingertip on it, and it goes long. Sets up a freebie for the Panthers. 2-1 early as we play in set number 1. Molitor, a nice jump serve. That's going right at the ref. Look out. That's a tough one to deal with because it just drops like an anchor over the top of the net. A lot of topspin on that Molitor serve as it goes over the net. Serve chance for Blaine to get out of trouble here. They have to bat it over. Nothing they can do, but they're going to get away with it as it was last touched by Enrique Calleros Reyes, and could tell Reyes had trouble with that one. And now 3-2 as the Bengals take back over on serve, and it's going to be Brower who will serve. Brower looks in, goes jump serve, fires it to the back line. That's long by a lot. Unforced error, Panthers take it back, 4-2 here in set number 1 as both teams look a little out of sorts early on, trying to find their way here a bit. Enrique Calleros Reyes will now serve. Most of the signs will come from assistant coach Maui Kaiahapo. He does a lot of the game planning, I think. Coach Maui's practically on the service line with Enrique back there. That's a little deep for the coach's box. 5-2 though, Panthers, as that one's a point. Serve from Reyes, it's a good one. Backs towards the libero Buffo, and now knocked back over. Chance for point for the Panthers on the far side. Dow gets it down the line, and he's got it. James Dow goes left-handed with it and just kind of taps it down the line where nobody was there for Blaine. Take a look at this one. Little back set, and then that little left-hander deflected, tough to deal with. 6-2. Blaine this time fires at it, and they'll get it done as they set for Logan Domengue. Young freshman, 6 feet tall. He's able to take care of that one. 6-3, Blaine gets the kill that they need. Now they're back on serve, and kind of a crucial one early. You don't want to fall too far behind as Victor Wynn will serve for the Bengals. Send it across. Chance there, big one, and put away. Beautiful by Amos Rotzenberg. Ames Rotzenberg, the young sophomore. And that'll get Grant Larson. I take that back, Peyton Lizakowski off the bench. They set far side. Deflected at the net, and that's gonna get up into the stands. Easy one, good put away. Titan. I take that back, getting that done. Nice start from Healy. Service for Blaine, 7-4. Dow, got it. That's James Dow, again, not the tallest kid, but he can just leap. Look at him get up in the air here and put that down with some authority. Well done. Rotzenberg to serve. Serves back at Buffo, and that's trouble, and that's gonna be a point that looks like into the net was Spring Lake Park. It's going to be 8-5 in favor of the Panthers. They quickly sub out as Rotzenberg sits. Ben Lowe works the back line. Keep your eye on him with Dion Yang and the libero Molitor on the back line. They serve at Dion Yang, and he can't handle that one as it's into the referee. Nice serve and a point from Xavier Zhang. Xavier, the young senior, fires it again. Chance at the net. Big leap there from Isaiah Woodford. Third on the team in kills coming into tonight. They set for him again. Nope, this time they go far side for Yang. He pops it over with a little change of pace. They thought it got into the netting. Actually, maybe up onto the antenna. And I think Spring Lake Park wants to know what the call is. Blaine, they're going to give that point to Blaine because it was up on the antenna. It looks like that's what it hit. And that's going to keep the Bengals on serve with Zhang. Serve it Molitor. Dow again. Ooh, that one looked good. They're going to say out. Ooh, that was close. Nice fire from James Dow, but just wide, and the game is tied at 8. Zhang serves once again. Good service game here from Xavier Zhang. Yang will play it. They set. Here's Ben Lowe. Wow, that one was long. But Ben Lowe might have needed an oxygen mask. He got up so high in the air there. That was crazy from back in that midline, that 10-foot area. Oftentimes you do hit that long though if you miss it. Oh, going over on 2. Nice little change by the Panthers. Blaine gets it over. Dow, the left hand again, tough to deal with, but dug up by the Bengals. They set once again. Down the line they go to Brower. Brower had that dug up. Yang had it rejected back. Panthers keep it alive. Another chance for Dow. That's rejected back. That's on the top of the net. Sent over on 2, and that's going to get it done by Calderos Reyes. Great job there just to kill this rally. All the action was at the net. So they send one long, and now here's Dow. Left-handed jump serve with some spin. Brower at the net sends that, dug up by Molitor. Buffo handled that one. Back set this time they go. With Demengi kept alive. Dow comes at it, fires it, dug up, look out front row. Dow gets that one, he puts it away. Dow stays on serve. 10-9 in favor of the Panthers here in set 1. Dow fires down. Brower digs. A little miscommunication at the net by the Bengals. Sets up Dow on the other side. He's rejected back, but it's long. Just long. And if you're Blaine, you gotta hate that, because here you're thinking you did everything right. You get nothing to show for it. Chance again. Lowe has to bump it over. Bengals with a chance. They set outside Brower, and that's rejected back. And a point for the Panthers. We talked up Anders Larson before the game, but he has not been seen yet. So I wonder something different in the rotation or a little strategy from Coach Christofferson. Good serve. Brower sends it over, and that one misses. That could also be the good old-fashioned North Metro curse, when we highlight a player before the game and then they don't play much in the first set. That could happen. We've done that before here at North Metro. We have a way of doing that. I know I have a way of doing that. Here's a look at Anders. Looking astute in the glasses. Yang rejected. Good play there in front by Grant Larson. Larson sends it back. That's a good wall being formed there by Lizakowski and Larson at the net. Woodford had that one sent back, and they're going to say that's out, last touched. Last touched by Blaine, they say. And that's going to get the Panthers the serve back at 13-11. Lizakowski set, and he puts it away. And Peyton Lizakowski wanted that from the jump. 6'4" junior captain. Just said, set that for me, I got it. 13-12. And now Blaine back on serve. Here's Larson. Serving it at Yang. They set near side low, and he's got an answer. Ben Lowe goes high and puts it away. Now Molitor back on serve as they have made the rotation around. 14-12. Set, put down, deflected, but good anyway. Nice work by Cooper Brower. And we'll get a sub out. believe this is Healy. Oh, off of Dow as he wasn't ready for it. A little miscommunication. I think Dow was just shifting and it got him right in the knee. 14-14. Brower serves again at Yang. Ben Lowe rejected. Sent back by Lizakowski. Take a look at this one right there. And my favorite camera we've got here at North Metro, right there at the net. Bam, again. Not sure there's an answer right now in that middle blocker position for Peyton Lizakowski. He can just sail up above. Brower, that would, ooh, that looked good. Close to the line, but just ruled out. Good job by the lines crew on top of that. 16-15 Bengals, as that'll stop the rally and get the Panthers back on serves. You can see from that angle, yeah, it looks like a good call. What do I look like here? I don't know what I'm seeing. Chance here from Calleros Reyes. Enrique fires a little floater over the top of the net, just gets through. Good chance for a point for the Panthers. They set near side Lau, and Ben Lowe has it sent back. Logan Domingue, the freshman. Well, he's got a lot of game, doesn't he? A lot of athleticism for the young man. And that's going to put Princeton Tao on serve. And that one's sent back. Get a quick kill here for the Panthers at 17-16. As you know, 5 sets, play to 25. Got to win by 2. Final set, race to 15, win by 2. Just a little tap over by the Bengals. Yang does the same. They set. Blaine can't put it away just yet. It's up for grabs. Blaine tries to send it over again. Good dive by Molitor, but he can't do anything with it. And it's 18-16. Now Healy comes in. Cullen Healy, basically a backline sub. Can do lots of things. Serve, set. Chance at the net, rejected in front there as Rotzenberg went up. Now here's Dow. Dow fires at Healy. That one's sent in by Yang. Healy gets right back up, digs it up again, sets it far side. They get that one sent back to the Panthers. Another chance in front. It's up for grabs for Spring Lake Park. Here comes Dow on the far side, and he's got it. Really fun opening set here by these two teams. As you can see, Dow starting to get going. Dow and Lowe working well together. Now it's Rotzenberg. Ames Rotzenberg, the young sophomore. Kind of a soap bubble serve. Gets it over the top. Now a chance to clear it. Here's Domingue, sends it back towards Lowe. Dow, got it again. Now you can see why he has 167 kills coming into tonight. They really do a good job of setting for him at the outside. Some good stuff. Another kind of an ephus pitch right there. That one's sent by Domingue right past Rotzenberg, and that's good for the kill for the Bengals. And here comes Xavier Zhang back on to serve. He had a good service game in his first time around. 18-19, Blaine leads by 1, 6 points from set number 1. Bam. There's Isaiah Woodford. That was a player I was really interested to watch tonight. Has to be that middle blocker to battle Larson and Lizakowski in the middle. He does need to be a factor. Dow on serve, fires it. Ooh, that is just long as he tried to get that thing to spin in. Just a little deep, and now Blaine leads 2019. Spring Lake Park got out early, built a little bit of a lead. Bengals got a nice run here, and now they've been trading back and forth. Yang rejected by Larson. Sub in. Panthers will go with Mendez Benitez. And they'll sit Yang here in this spot. So it's Elver Mendez Benitez who will serve on the back line with Lowe and with Molitor. Now Dow sits back there as they might set for him, but they're going to first set for Mendez Benitez. Not much there. Bengals struggle with this. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, 4 hits and a point for the Panthers. Yes. All right, we keep trading. So they bring in Mendez Benitez for serve. Just a low liner, just clears the tape, and that's going to be good for the Bengals. Lizakowski able to get the kill. Setting as often as possible, and now Larson will get the chance to serve. Larson sends it. Back set. Woodford rejected, but he gets enough of it to get past that first line and onto the ground, and a good point for the Panthers. And again, they continue to trade. Critical spot here for Molitor. Gabe Molitor, number 20, the libero. Serves. Left hand by Brower, but he jumped too early. Jumped too early and was on the descent when that ball got to the apex, and he wasn't able to get anything on it. 22 all. And really, it's anybody's game here. Anybody can get a little service run. They can put this thing away in set number 1. Molitor to the back line. That time they set nicely. Set it again. Domingue had 2 chances. It's sent back. Lowe got it. Deflected by the Bengals, and a point for the Panthers. Ben Lowe gets it done for Spring Lake Park. It's 23-22, and the Panthers have the lead. Timeout taken by Blaine. And a fired up Panther bench here in set number 1. Senior night, there's posters everywhere. Players' heads on sticks, which is kind of unique, interesting. It's certainly a choice. Take a look at Blaine's schedule. Here's what they got. The last few weeks, this is kind of what they've been doing. They were in a tournament, too, where they lost a couple there as well, so they've really lost like 5 in a row heading in. Had a nice win at Champlin, and that's part of that parity we talk about, where there's nights anybody can beat anybody and anybody can lose to anybody, because they lose to Andover in a tough 5-setter. Andover's really good. They lose to Anoka in 4 sets. Anoka's 17-7 on the year. They lose to Mounds View in 5 sets. Mounds View also pretty good. But they get this one tonight, and then they close at Coon Rapids, my alma mater, in the tough guy town in about a few days' time. Coach Deegan there, standing up, throwing some instructions out here as Molitor with a critical serve out of the timeout. Up for grabs, that's off the screen, but they kept it alive. Good concentration by Blaine. Low. Blocked at the net by Brower and out of play. And it's set point for Spring Lake Park. Blaine's got to dig here. Got to get a side out right now. Gabe gets it off the tape. Molitor gets it across though. Domingue. Rejected. Molitor keeps it alive. They go Dow. Dow at the 6-foot line. Can't clear it, and Blaine gets a big side out. Huge kill for the Bengals. If you take a look, they got what they wanted. Nice back set for Dow. Blaine was ready for it, and I think they'll take a timeout. So timeout taken by the Panthers to kind of reset things. Take a look at what Spring Lake Park has done in the last few weeks. Beating Coon Rapids in 5 sets. Shutout against Osseo. Then they got shut out by Elk River, but no shame in that. Elk River's 26-1. They're pretty good. And then a 3-set win against Champlain Park. Again, that's a great road win. It's really good. And then a nice one against North St. Paul, and that's where we get us to tonight against the Bengals. So some good stuff. Got off to a red-hot start, then a bit of a struggle in the middle of the season, and now trying to close with some positive momentum. I think they won like 9 of their first 10, if I remember looking at the schedule right, but they got off to a very good start. And you can kind of see why. They've got some real dynamic athletes who can do some different stuff. Brower with the serve. This is going to be a tough one. Molitor's got to go get it. They got to bump it over. This is a great chance for Blaine if they can set it. Oh, bad set. That's, yeah, miscommunication completely. Larson didn't know where to go, and that's a tough way to lose a set. That was a gift from the Bengals to the Panthers. Panthers take set number 1, 25-23. We're back with more after this on North Metro. All right, welcome back. Time for set number 2. Pretty fun first set, 23-25. Panthers win that. Always a good one to get that. It was a tough one for Blaine to swallow for sure, because you got to think that they liked what they did in the middle of that set. They kind of took some momentum. They got things going. That's a tough one to lose on a kind of an unforced error, a little miscommunication there. So good one by the Panthers. Blaine's got to regroup here in set number 2. We'll see what they come out with. There's the smiling and happy James Dow, who's enjoying himself very much here on TV. Doing that silly dance that the kids like to do. I think that's what Ted does. Similar dance Ted in the truck does in between, like when we're at halftime. When we're not shooting, he goes out and he does that. Very similar dance moves. All right, getting set for set number 2. Bengals will be on serve. There's a look at those senior pictures on the on the sticks. Their players holding them up, fans holding them up, having a lot of fun with it here this evening. Here's Larson. Serves right at Molitor. Low. Puts it right at Larson. Now Lowe tries another one, and he's sent back. Good job by the Bengals. There's a look at Anders Larson. Didn't see him in set number 1, but here he is now in set number 2. Tall drink of water, 6'2" senior, and a real force. Did not play set 1 for some reason. Won't speculate, and now he'll be on the floor now with very bright yellow shoes. Oh man, oh boy, that's trouble. Now they bring this set, and that's gonna be a point because they didn't get that in time. 5 seconds to serve it. They had a sub miscommunication, and that's a bad unforced error by the Panthers. You can see that Molitor was fuming on the service line like, hey, somebody get in here. Dow, full head of steam. Now they go Larson. He's long. Did they get a deflection though? They might have actually. Deflection, yep, they did get a deflection at the net. Let's see if we can see that. I thought he just missed it. Oh, just off the fingertips there, it looks like. Just off by Victor Nguyen as he was trying to challenge at the net. Brower works it, just clears the tape. Lau has to keep it alive, now bumped over by Yang. Oh boy, that's a bad bump there from Buffo as that one goes up into the ceiling, into the rafters, and an unforced error by the Bengals. 3-2 Blaine in set number 2, just underway. Nguyen serves. Oh boy, that just ate up Buffo. They're lucky they didn't call him for a carry there. They were able to keep it alive. That one hammered back at the Panthers. Lowe tries to put it away right on the back line. Beautiful job by Ben Lowe. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He does a little backhand move first, that little one, and then he sends one where they weren't on the back line. He can just redirect in midair. Larson, the set. Demengi puts it over. Far side, Dow. Nope. Rejected once again. Now they go the other way with Lau. He's rejected. Lizakowski and Demengi able to form that wall. Lizakowski, a real force up front, doesn't get on the back line, so he's basically a 3-rotation guy. Plays the front line. Lowe tried to send it, was sent back. Now Larson, deflected, kept alive by the Panthers. They'll get it over, it's Dow. Will they set Larson again? Nope, they back set Demengi this time, and that's beautiful. Well done by the Bengals. Hayden Hernandez, a beautiful little back set for the young freshman. Take a look. Actually, that was Larson who gave the back set that time. Blaine back on serve. Xavier Zhang on serve. That one's going to miss long and wide. And it's going to be a point for the Bengals, 6-3. Xavier Zhang kind of turned around in that first set when Zhang started serving. Blaine kind of got back into it. Something about where this setup is in the rotation that really works for them. Dow, rejected back. But out of bounds. And the Panthers will retake serve. Here's Ben Lowe on serve as you get a look at this one. Demengi got the block and into the tape, but that was it. Lowe with a good serve, kind of ate up Brower. Blaine looks a little confused, but they'll get away with it and get a big side out. I don't think the Bengals are laughing about it, but I don't think they had any idea what they were trying to accomplish there, and it just worked out. And that's going to get Cullen Healy back in. 7-4 Bengals, and Healy serves. Good serve, but just wide. Oh, nope, they're going to say ace. They're going to call that good. Boy, I thought that was very close. Call that good just on the tape. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, yeah, good one. Nice job by our camera crew. That's awesome. Dow, nice job of digging that up by Healy. Up for grabs again, it's Molitor. Molitor, Dow. Up for grabs once more, they go far side. Larson, job by Lowe. Molitor keeps it alive. Lowe has to bump it over to the back line. On 2. Larson tried to catch the Panthers napping. They go back over on 2. Hernandez, nope, yes. Kept alive by the Panthers, here's Dow. That's rejected, Dow keeps it alive. Set, other side, and another one for Yang. And Yang trying to just put this one away, and it's gonna work. Dion Yang shoves it to the back line, and it just ate up the Bengals enough to get a side out. Sometimes it doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing for it to be very effective, and there's an example of it right there. Now Rotzenberg. Little soap bubble, doesn't get past Hernandez. On 2 is Larson. Domengi from the back line. They keep it alive. Panthers looking for point. Dow doesn't have much. He can't do much with it. Sends it over. Larson finally gets on the board with one. Anders Larson gets a kill. Take a look. Just fired that one, kind of redirected down the line. Saw that it was open and took it. 9-5 Bengals. That is in. Ace. Panthers let that go, but that didn't look long, like at all. Didn't look like it was going to be long. That one, oh man, just dropped off the table in front of Molitor. And they're going to give a point here, I think, to Blaine. Yep. Little net violation here. Now 11-5. Here's Larson on serve with a jump. Boy, that is a nasty serve. Woodford, whistle first. What's the call? Into the net, maybe below. Yeah, it just got over underneath the line into the net there for the Panthers. Unforced errors happening here all over the place for SLP. Take a look. Yeah, you can see his foot goes over the red line. That's a pretty good call by the officials. And that's what certainly Coach Maui Kahiapo is getting an explanation on, but ref's right on top of it, and you could see it in our replay that he went over the line on that, and that's what they called. Oh, and into the tape and into the net, and that's going to be a give back to Larson. He's got a nasty serve. That time got into the net. Now it's 12-6. Panthers got to chip away here a bit. Here's Dow. And he answers right back with one into the net of his own. Momentum totally on the side of Blaine here in set two. 13-6 is the score. Panthers got the first set 25-23. Calleros Reyes back on the floor for the Panthers. Dow sits for a minute in this rotation. Rejected. Boy, Lizakowski. When Peyton Lizakowski has a chance at the net, boy, he seems like he makes a lot of things happen. Take a look at this wall working together. Totally in sync, him and Larson. Good chemistry there up front. Larson waits, sets Brower. That's going to be a point, I believe. Looks like maybe somebody again into the net for the Panthers. A lot of just little mistakes here from Spring Lake Park in set two. And they're starting to add up. It's kind of death by 1,000 cuts here so far. Panthers need a side out. At the net, Larson sends it down. Grant Larson, the junior. Perfect set. And that's the largest lead by any team tonight of 10. Good set for Woodford. Isaiah Woodford gets a much-needed kill for the Panthers. Good set there by Calleros Reyes. And that's going to get Dion Yang on the service line for Spring Lake Park. Just a standard serve at Larson. Gave him a little bit of trouble. Now Larson's got to send it over. Dug up by Molitor. Low, sent back. That size up front from Lizakowski and Larson. Tough right now for the Panthers to answer as we take another look. Timeout taken by Spring Lake Park in a 17-7 game here in set two. Yeah, you really love the way those two work together. Lizakowski and Larson right there. They just know how to really work and dance on that front line together, and they form such a tough wall. It's really hard for the Panthers to find an avenue around them. And you want to set away from them, but that's very difficult because these guys move so well together. So very impressive. see Coach Maui doing quite a bit of the talking in the huddle. And everybody's got that. I've seen that a lot in different teams, both with girls and boys volleyball. Depending on where they are in the game and what the strategy calls for, you'd see an assistant coach or somebody on the staff take over a huddle for just a minute. It's an interesting dynamic. You don't see it a ton in the other sports. That's one goes long right there, an unforced error coming out of the timeout, gives the Panthers the serve back. Like, you don't often see, like, an assistant basketball coach, for example, just take over a huddle in a timeout. Not that it doesn't happen, but it's just a little more rare. But in volleyball, I feel like you see it a little more often. Molitor the serve. Back set. Boy, that's Lizakowski. And it does feel like the energy picks up when they've got Lizakowski and Larson working together on the floor. 18-8. It's Cooper Brower. Serves low. Gets the deflection, and they get a big kill right there. Good job by the Panthers. 18-9, and what they need now is just a lengthy service game. Something where they can get the momentum on their side and see if they can put some pressure on the Bengals. Victor Wynn on serve. That's a good way to start. Off the fingertips of Brower, kind of ate him up. That one just went straight backwards on him. Another serve, they go right at Brower a second time. They set for Demengi. That's dug up. Dow, dug up again. They go far side Larson, and that's long. Couple in a row here for the Panthers, and this is what we talk about. Momentum can be a real thing here. We saw this work for Blaine. Panthers gonna see if they can answer. They set once again, they go right at Brower. Lizakowski in front, rejected. They set for Lowe. Lowe gets the Bengals a bit out of position. Now Larson has to send it over, dug up again. Dow. Boy, that one ate up Buffo, but he keeps it alive. Larson's rejected. Good battle at the net, and the Panthers get it done. Good little rally, and the Panthers find a way to get a big point there, and it's 18-12. Lizakowski tried, but Rotzenberg was there to send everybody back. Larson, got it. And that'll get a sub in. Lizakowski sits. Now it is Zhang who will serve at 19-12. Good run there for Victor Wynn to get him a few points and get back in. Now they're going to need another quick kill and get back on serve. Low. Had that rejected at the net. Now Larson rejected back, and a big one for Spring Lake Park. Rotzenberg playing big at the neck right now. Getting right at Larson. Getting a couple of big side outs, and now Lowe will serve. 19-13. Bengals lead. Little runner at Larson. They set it Brower, and that's going to work because it's deflected off the Panthers on a quick side out for Blaine. Now it'll be Healy's turn in the rotation. He'll come in and serve. That gets Demengi to sit. Panthers again can't afford to give up a long service game here. Going to need a quick side out. See if they can get this deficit shrunk just a bit. 5 points for set 2 for Blaine. Tough one there for Mendez Benitez, and nobody home on the back line. Larson puts it away, and that'll give us 21-13. You can see Panthers got a bit out of position. throw is wide open. Healy serves it, Molitor. Mendez Benitez sends, now Dow, and he missed it. Yeah, just mistimed the jump on that one. Very rare from him. 22-13, now 3 away from set 2. Dow, sent, gets it down. Now they sub back. Domingue quickly back in. He'll work on the back line. He's got Larson, Hernandez, both Larsons, Anders and Grant, along with Brower, Buffo the libero, and Domingue. Back set. Dow again. Set back and rejected by Anders Larson. Now 2 points from set number 2. And then it's kind of a nonchalant serve from Larson, goes into the net, an unforced error. Good serve by Dow. And an ace. And Dow, boy, Dow has a lot of fun, doesn't he? James Dow enjoys himself on the court and enjoying that. Take a look at the dance again. We call that the 10. And then right into the tape for an unforced error on the serve. See, that's the jinx. That's the curse of it. We talk it up, and then there you go. Set point for the Bengals. They have quite a few. 24-16. Buffo. Need it. Got it. Mendez Benitez. Still got to kill off about 7 set points. And he'll serve. Here's Elver Mendez Benitez Jr. Serves it Larson. That's up for grabs at the net. Sent right back down by Ben Lowe. Still set point for Blaine, but some life for the Panthers at 24-18. That's trouble, and they got it. Bengals win set 2. Rather convincingly, a good job by the Bengals to bounce back. We are even at 1 set apiece. We got a good one here tonight in Spring Lake Park. Stay with us on North Metro. Back in SLP, we're ready for set number 3 on North Metro TV. Hey, all of that rhymed. Here comes some highlights from set number 1. Fun one early. James Dow had a really good opening set. That time gets a big kill. They set him up again, does it again. Excellent start. Then they get Ben Lowe involved, but Peyton Lizakowski's there to answer. And Lizakowski with another answer with a very impressive first set of his own. Both teams go back and forth, they trade, but Spring Lake Park wins at 25-23. Second set, Blaine really found their stride there in the middle of this set, started to make things happen. There's Larson with a big put away. Watch this teamwork at the net from Lizakowski and Larson. Felt like they were able to do that a couple times, no real answer. And Brower that time able to get the big point put away. We are squared up at 1 set apiece. Hey, there's James Dow. You know, I always wondered if anybody would walk around with my picture, just holding it up randomly in a crowd somewhere. Maybe that's something we can get done here at North Metro. We got all summer to think about it as we wind down the spring season and we get ready for football and volleyball and soccer. So that's just an opportunity for our crew in the summer to do that. We can just start handing out pictures of the staff out there to random people. That would be awesome. Getting ready now for set 3. Panthers not quite ready to take the court yet here, but here we go. For Spring Lake Park, I think the key here in set 3 is you got to get off to a quick start here. You don't want to get into a position where you're making some unforced service errors. You got to take it to Blaine early and see if you can get up 5-1. See if you can, kind of get a little lead, get the Bengals on their heels a little bit. On the other side, if you're Blaine, I think you take advantage of your size. You keep looking to set for Lizakowski in the middle, set for Larson, set for Anders Larson. Let your bigs do some things and see if the Panthers can match up. Brower. First one is good, in, nicely done. Just inside that back line for Brower. Looked like he might have missed it or mistimed the jump, but he got just enough on it to get it to that back line, and the Bengals get off to the quick start. Here's Grant Larson. Ooh, on 2, trying to knock that one down was Rotzenberg. They set back for Lowe. Now Brower again, and he's rejected and sent back. Victor Wynn. 1-1, good side out by the Panthers. And that's another thing for Spring Lake Park in this set is you got to avoid those 4- and 5-point service games for Blaine. You got to try to side out as quickly as you can. Deflected at the net, and a good point there for Ben Lowe. And I think the Bengals have kind of timed up Ben Lowe a little bit. So what he needs to do is use some of that finesse, some of those other shots he's got in his arsenal, and see if he can get Blaine to be a little more honest at the net. Because right now they're cheating for the big blast, and they're ready for it. Point there, Wynn goes deep. And there's going to be an unforced error on the serve, and it's going to be 2-2. The all-important third set. So many matches tend to go the way of the team that can win this set in a 1-1 split heading in. They thought Lizakowski, instead they go far side, and it's Larson, Anders Larson, and that's going to be a kill for Blaine. Good job. Knocked out our camera guy for a second. Hope everybody's all right up there. It's a hazardous thing, being a camera crew for a high school game. Sent back again, Lizakowski and Larson. That time Larson got the better of that. Again, they just have that size advantage up front. And the Bengals starting to use it to their advantage. Tough one. Dow has to just poke it over. It's going to work. Boy. Making some lemonade out of those lemons were the Panthers. They get a big side out. Trail 4-3. Nothing about that was pretty, but it works. Again, does not have to be aesthetically pleasing. It just has to be effective. Good one by the Panthers. Back set, Demengi. Set for Dow. Buffo was ready. Oh, Brower just mistimed that completely. And Brower's has had some really wonderful plays here in these first 3 sets, but he's also had a couple of those. Larson. Anders Larson sent back by Rotzenberg. And he's pretty chesty after that, and I don't think I blame him. 5-4 Panthers retake the lead as the ball is being found. Apparently we only have one of those. Ben Lowe. Back set for Demengi. Wynn was ready. Now Dow. Dug up Buffo. Anders Larson. Dug up by Wynn. Molitor keeps it alive for Dow. Larson keeps it alive. Buffo sets for Anders Larson at the net. It's up for grabs. Can they get it over? They do, but it's just out. Good job by Anders Larson to not touch it. just floated over the net. You worry that it might hit the tape, but watch Larson just completely run away from this thing. Somehow they get it over the net. And just had to miss it, and he did. 5-all. Dow sent back, they keep it up. Dow, not much on this one, but they get it over. Now Molitor. Rotzenberg misses that. Well wide, and the Bengals get the point for Xavier Zhang. Long. Unforced error on the serve from Xavier Zhang, and we are tied at 6. The libero will sit. That's Molitor. Rotzenberg serves. Larson, dug up by Yang. Lowe, oh man! Ben Lowe fires. And the Panthers take the lead 7-6. Just a missile. Demengi again. Love setting for him on the near side. Taking advantage of that left-handed look. Now they go Anders Larson. That's blocked at the net, but Lowe can't keep it alive, and we're tied at 7. And this set feels a lot more like set number 1, where both sides just kind of trade with each other. Cullen Healy. Serving for Blaine, number 1. Jump serve at Lowe. Lowe sends it. Anders Larson, nope. Try it again. Dug up by Wynn. Dow just got that one across. It was deflected by Hernandez and Larson. And it drops in the open space between, and it's going to be a point for the Panthers. Both teams really utilizing subs. Blaine really utilizing their rotational subs. Demengi back in, Healy sits. Larson again. That one works. Now you see Blaine often setting for Anders Larson. Now that he's in, giving him a lot of chances on the outside. Chance there for Wynn. It's deflected all over the place, and Demengi just has to bump it over. Free ball right here. Woodford, little change of pace. 9-8 Panthers. That's what I'm talking about earlier with Lowe, how the bigs kind of started to gear up for the big ball. Sometimes you have to drop something in there just to keep them honest. That's rejected at the net, not a play, and a quick point back for the Bengals. Tied at 9. Here's Calvin Buffo, the libero. Up for grabs, Woodford sends it down. Impressive young man. Want to see him keep getting some sets in the middle. Watch this opportunity. Had a couple of kills right in a row, and he's starting to feel it. He'll come out on his turn in the rotation. 10-9 in favor of the Panthers. Molitor back sets for Lowe. That's sent. Still up for grabs here. Both teams battling. Ooh, nice job. Nope, I think they're going to call a carry. No, 2 hits. It was a double hit from Calleros Reyes, and he tried to go over on 2, and I think I like the idea right there. Larson. Blaine, good chance. It's Lizakowski, but it's long. And he loves that little climb the ladder move in the middle where he can just jump up and get it. And usually he can swat it right down, but that time unable to as it goes long. Both teams trading here in set 3. Nobody able to really get on a run. It's 11-10 Panthers. Larson. Dow. Trouble. And it's going to be a point for the Panthers. Victor Wynn stays on serve, fires at Brower. That's trouble. Yeah, Brower not able to handle that. Just eats him up. Good serve and a timeout taken by Blaine. 13-10 as the Panthers have opened up their largest lead of this third set.
The concession stand will close at the start of the fourth set.
Big announcement there from the PA guy. PA says the concession stand closes at the end of this set. It's like, wow. I might need another Diet Pepsi by then. Somebody run, get it. Unable to do that. Nobody jumped. Nobody jumped up when I said that. But there you go. 13-10 Panthers. And I think if I'm Spring Lake Park, I guess I want to keep serving at Brower. I want to see if we can continue to put pressure on his ability to dig up balls. He's made a couple of unforced errors in that spot. He's made a couple of great plays, too. So like I said, it's kind of a yin and the yang kind of thing. But I would keep firing at him and see if he can continue to make plays. You wonder if he strings a couple of unforced errors. This is kind of the move in sports, right? Especially volleyball. If you can find somebody to pick on in the back line and you can pick on them consistently, you just keep doing it. We'll see how Coach Maui feels about this and Coach Deegan. See how both of them feel, see where they go. They go at Anders Larson. Lizakowski puts it down. Good side out, and it looked like they kind of hid Brower on that back line, and they kind of moved guys over, shifted guys over. That time it goes to Larson, and it was an easy set for Lizakowski. Now Brower will serve. Good one. Trouble at the net there, and it's going to be a point for Spring Lake Park. Again, maybe mistimed at the net. 14-11. Panthers are okay to trade side outs here with the Bengals. Anders Larson just has to tap with the left hand, and that's a savvy play right there. Get a quick side out. Watch this one again. He sees the trouble, just decides, I'm going to go with the left hand, do a little, just a little knockdown. Again, you have to show them different stuff at the net. The ones who can do that are often the most successful. Demengi. Dug up now, Dow again. Kept alive by Hernandez. Larson sends it over, and that's going to work. Good job by Blaine getting back here with a couple of points, and now 14-13. Just a, again, really fun match here between these two teams. Zhang over. Wynn tried for a quick set for Rotzenberg. Now Demengi fires it at Molitor, and that's going into the first row. Gabe Molitor, that one ate him up. I think Molitor said, yeah, it got me up in the upper forearm, or up past the elbow. Kind of hard to get on it. Tough one there for the libero. Bengals have tied it up. It's 14-14 here in set 3, and I think it's going to be a timeout. Timeout Panthers. Both sides now each with a timeout. Panthers will see what kind of adjustment they make in a 14-14 game. Coach Christopherson kind of working through things in this Blaine huddle. Both coaching staff seem real chill. Try to keep a calm presence in their huddles. Panthers, good timeout here, I think, as well by Coach Deegan. You want to kind of reset the team a bit. 14-14, you start to feel some momentum starting to shift towards the Bengals. Good use of this. Kind of recenter your guys, get them focused. And now Zhang will serve. And again, it's been something about this spot in the rotation. Zhang's had some good service games. That's good. James Dow sends that one down. Big kill for Spring Lake Park out of the timeout. Nice set from Rotzenberg. Now Rotzenberg will serve. Ames Rotzenberg, sophomore, one of the captains. Sends it Larson. Hernandez tops it over. Free ball here for the Panthers. Low. That one's dug up okay. And now Hernandez takes another shot, but he's long. They're asking for a deflection. They're going to say, yeah, they got it. Deflected by the Panthers at the net. And we're 15-15. Let's take another look. See if we can see it. Yep, just right there. That's a really good job of seeing that by the officials. Because it didn't alter it, I think, all that much, but just enough. As you saw Woodford's fingers go backwards. And that's a long serve, and that's going to be an unforced error. Subs back in on the rotation for Blaine. Dow will serve. We'll see who he comes after on a high jump serve right at Brower. Hernandez rejected. Trouble. Brower does a great job of keeping that alive, and Demengi sends it over. A free ball for the Panthers. Near side for Wynn, or for Yang, I should say. Lowe gets it back over. Another look for Blaine. It's Larson, yes. Anders Larson. 16-16. And just when you think the Panthers are going to make a little run there, back come the Bengals. Anders Larson will serve. Victor Wynn. Now Larson again, rejected by the net. And that's a tougher one when you're back beyond that 6-foot line. Long, missed there by Victor Wynn. And he's got that hand tape, and you kind of saw him grimace after he hit that. And I don't wonder, maybe there's some that hurt more than others. (17-17). Buffo. Chance on Brower, sends it down the line, and that's good for Blaine. 18-17. Bengals lead, really first time in a while they've been chasing. This match has been close the whole way in this set, but Blaine has the lead. Buffo the serve. At Yang now low, rejected, and a point for the Panthers. And a good answer from Spring Lake Park. (18 up). Molitor serves at the other libero at Buffo. Demengi rejected. Logan Demengi had a great chance there. Didn't get enough height on it. Wasn't able to clear the tape, and now the Panthers have the lead back. The all-important third set, little soap bubble from Molitor. Good chance here for Lowe, and he's got it. And another timeout. Timeout taken by Blaine. They chase by 2, 20-18 in the critical third set. Panther team starting to feel it after Blaine made a nice run. Quick counter here by the Panthers. We kind of figured this was going to be a close match tonight. You can see a good crowd here this evening on senior night. School year winding down, not too far away. Couple weeks left in the school year. Another great year of sports coverage here on North Metro. We really hope you enjoyed it. I know my first year working games here for North Metro, and just had a lot of fun seeing some of the teams we've seen. The good run in the football, good football by Spring Lake Park. A thrilling basketball game between Blaine and Andover. We've seen some really good stuff this year. Good one by Lizakowski right out of the timeout. Gets a big side out. And it's not over yet. Any one of these teams could make a run in these spring sports. 2019, Panthers still lead by 1. Cross court set for Ben Lowe. And that took the roof off this place. What a play by Ben Lowe. A cross court rocket. (21-19), it's promptly given back. Unforced error in the service game. 21-20. Sometimes that energy can get the adrenaline up, and all of a sudden we start hitting it a little harder than we're used to, and that one's going long on the serve. Brower misses it, so they reverse it. They reverse that and say it did hit the line. 21-21, Brower couldn't believe it. Let's see what they called. Yeah, that might have hit tape. I think that hits tape. I think that's good. Dow. Larson waits for it. Panthers need this. They go Dow again on the near side. Domengi tries. That's kept alive, and now a cross court for Dow from Lowe. At the net, Rotzenberg digs that one up. They set Dow again. That's deflected and good for the Panthers. They just kept force-feeding James Dow on the near side, and they get it done. Four different attempts. Finally, they cash in, 22-21. Spinner right there. Brower trying to put that one away. Nobody's home. Wind dug it up, but it went sideways. Molitor wasn't going to be able to run that one down. We're tied at 22. Panthers won set 1, 25-21. 25-18 were the Bengals in set 2. And now here in set 3, we are square at 22. Dow, got it. Line judge maybe a little too into the game, too ecstatic. Might want to see him just hang in there. You can see super excited to call that one in. 23-22. And that's going to be on the line. They call it good for an ace. just hugged the line on the far side, and we've got set point for Rotzenberg. Demengi. That one misses long, and the Panthers get set number 3. Really fun third set here at SLP, but the Panthers hang on, and they are one set away from the match. Set number 4 coming up next on North Metro. All right, welcome back, everybody. Good to have you with us here tonight on North Metro TV. Tim Anderson here with you from Spring Lake Park Panthers, taking that critical third set in what was really a fun set. Hotly contested, both teams back and forth. But a big one there for Spring Lake Park at the end. They got some big points. Ben Lowe, a couple of big kills. Some good stuff from James Dow. They just relied on their horses to get it done at the end, and that's what they did. And got it across the line in that one. This is going to be a critical one for the Bengals now, obviously. Have to get off to a good start here. It was a really interesting third set. Both teams really traded. It was a back and forth kind of game for most of that set until finally the Panthers kind of pulled away at the end. If you're Blaine, I think you want to come out with the energy you had in set 2. You got to play with some urgency here if you're Blaine. Try to see if you can get up 4 or 5 or 6 points early. Force the Panthers to press a little bit. Grant Larson pretty quiet in that third set. I would think they want him to be a bigger factor here. First one's long. Anders Larson did not play set 1. He's played set 2 and 3. A focal point of the offense since he's been in. Unforced error by Blaine to start. Panthers get the early lead with Molitor. Going at Brower. Larson sets and rejected. Brower sent back. Kind of an odd night for Cooper Brower. That time you could see a little bit in the body language that maybe some frustration is starting to mount. Molitor serves. And that's sent. Ben Lowe waits for it at the net and sends it back. I think he made a motion like, yeah, I got that one with the forearm. I was too high over the net. 3-0 Panthers. Perfect start for Spring Lake Park here in set number 4 as they try to win this match. Demengi sent back. They're going to say that obviously they wanted to, it was kind of a tough one, went off the screen there. And it's going to be out anyway, though, and a point for the Bengals. They needed it. Bengals get a big side out. And an immediate unforced error by Brower. And you can see, yeah, just frustrated. Panthers back on serve after a quick side out. Good set. Rotzenberg rejected there at the net, though. Good job by Lizakowski. It's going to go wide, and it's going to be a big point for Blaine. Now Zhang will serve. Hernandez, Larson, Demengi, and Grant Larson up front with Brower and Zhang. Rotzenberg rejected back at the net by Hernandez. Hayden Hernandez ready for it. 4-3 now. Panthers still lead by 1, but good job by Blaine battling back. That's going to be a rough one into the net. Sounded weird. It sounded like he hit it off like the palm. And it's going to be Ben Lowe. Serves to the back line. Larson, Anders Larson. That's, boy, that just long. Just long from Anders Larson. (6-3). Domengi rejected. They're going to give a point, I think, into the net. Into the net was Blaine. And a timeout taken by Blaine, down 7-3. Quick start by the Panthers here in this 4th set. Let's take a look at this last one at the net. And Domengi, you can see, just crossed over that line. So good one by the Panthers. They got exactly what they needed out of this start. If you're Blaine, again, a little flat-footed here, a little low on energy. You want to see them get going a bit. And what they need now here is a big side out. Get the serve back. And again, see if you can't get your intensity up just a little bit. Kind of a sleepy start to this set from Blaine. And that's usually where you see those unforced errors, when we're not quite dialed into what we're doing, kind of nonchalantly serving, missing our spots. Low serves. Domengi, near side. That's where he's at his best. That's up through the rafters, but kept alive. Free ball for Blaine. Anders Larson, whistle first. I think that's going to be a point for Blaine as Spring Lake Park into the net that time. I'm interested to see if Coach Christofferson, as this set moves along, if he maybe changes up some of his strategy a bit. As far as when to sub, when not to sub, big point there for Blaine. Does he let a guy play an extra rotation? Or does he kind of stay the course with what he's got? Keep doing the things he's doing. Dow. Hernandez. Free ball coming up for the Panthers. In front for Rotzenberg. You got it. And Buffalo kind of looking up at the front line saying, like, I don't know where we were supposed to be there. It looks like a little miscommunication by Blaine. But Healy out quickly, Domengi back in. 8-5 Panthers. They serve at Buffalo. Oh man, that was trouble, but they were able to get away with it. Not much they can do here though. They do get it back over, but another good chance at the net. It's Woodford, you got it. Isaiah Woodford puts it away. 9-5. Panthers playing with some high energy here so far in set number 4. Little change of pace serve in front of Buffo. Brower gets it over. Now Yang, sent back by Larson. That's Grant Larson. Now Dow. Nice dig by Buffo. Brower again. Sends it over, Wynn. Sets it up in the air low, trying to set at the net for Yang, and it was a bad set. Bad set into the net. Bengals get a big one there. 9-6. Anders Larson serves. They go right at Dion Yang. Woodford, again, a little change of pace at the net, trying to get the bigs off balance. It kind of works, but Blaine is able to get it over. And that's going to be a lift, I think. Or they're going into the net again. Yeah, I think they get Woodford or Wynn into the net on that one. To the restricted area. And now a jump serve from Anders Larsson, which we haven't seen in a while, but he's long. He'd been doing the standard serve there for most of this match, but that time decided to switch it up, put some good spin on it, had some English, just went a little long. Dow. Brower sends it over. And again, just eats up Molitor. Good job by Blaine, that's a big one. 10-8 as the Bengals creep their way back in. Lizakowski back out with Grant Larson and Brower up front. Woodford, that's a tough one. Good job by Blaine to try to keep it up. Good effort, but not enough. Isaiah Woodford, very impressive. Brower. They're going to say that that one is out. Point for the Panthers. Take another look at this cross quarter. Yep, looks a little long to me. Couldn't quite see on the tape. Sent down and a point. Panthers starting to increase that lead a little bit again. As you take another look, just a miss. Kind of a mistimed jump by Lizakowski. Not a great set. They go backwards for Domingue as he comes running up on it, but not able to get much on it. And that's going to be a big put away there from Wynn. Victor Wynn, number 16, gets a big one, and it's 14-8 and a timeout Bengals. Bengals look flustered. Let's take a look at this last one. Good job, Victor Wynn rising up. Heading into this game, it was really 3 players you keyed on for the number of kills. You know, you saw the leader was Dow, followed by Lowe, and then Woodford, and then there was a pretty substantial gap to the next group of players. But what we've seen tonight, though, is some really complimentary volleyball from some of the additional teammates. A nice night from Mendez Benitez off the bench. You're seeing Ames Ratzenberger coming in and making some plays. Dion Yang has done well tonight, Victor Wynn. They're getting some contributions from different guys while also setting for the closers, right? Giving Dow the chances late in sets, giving Lowe the chances late in sets to make plays. So you kind of know what the formula is for Spring Lake Park. Blaine just hasn't quite been able to slam the door. Set 2, they looked brilliant. Looked like they had the answers figured out. Great serve. Good job by Anders Larsson to dive just to keep that one alive. Good set low. Grant Larson keeps it alive for Anders. Sends it Brower. Dug up by Molitor. Low. Good job by Buffo. Brower again. Got it. Take a look. Brower smart, takes that one down the near side. Big kill and a side out for the Bengals. 14-9. They chase by 5 points here in the 4th set. Low, big wind up, rejected back and out. Domingue tried to meet him at the high point. Another big side out for the Panthers. They get back on serve at 15-9. And again, when you get up by 5 or 6, you are content to trade side outs. That's trouble there. Larson does get it over, and man, had some funky topspin. Just dropped like a rock to the ground in front of that Panther back line. Good job by Anders Larsson. 15-10 for Brower. That's long. Big point for the Bengals, 15-11. Low. That one going to be good because it was deflected, I think, off of Brower before it got out of bounds. Point Panthers. Let's take a look at this one again. I can't really tell there with the ref there, but I thought it looked like it might have grazed Brower as it went right through him with speed. That's long. Boy, some pretty sloppy service from both sides here in this fourth set. (16-12). That one will miss. Deflected and out of play, and a point for the Panthers, 17-12. Some subs made here. Hayden Hernandez back in. And that's kind of been part of it, is they just haven't been able to get those big, tall players for Blaine going at the net consistently. Anders Lee. Might have been deflected a bit. Yep, deflected and a point for Blaine. Healy taking his turn. Basically a one rotation guy. He serves for Domingue, and then the rotation's right back out. And that's a serve into the net. And you get to this stage in the game, those really become magnified. Stay tuned after the game. We'll talk to a few players on the winning side. Low comes flying in. And that's going to be a point for Blaine, I do believe. They're going to try to say deflection. We're trying to get some clarification on this. Looked like it might have been tipped. They knock it back over. Yeah, he does hit it when he's out. So that's the move here, and I think that's what Spring Lake Park is questioning. They're saying, we hit it, but it looked like it was touched by one of the Bengals out of bounds. Line judge trying to try to say what he saw, but they're going to stay with the Blaine point and stay with the call. It's going to be hard for the young line judge in flip-flops to overrule the official. Dow had to do a little, almost a lift. Almost could have been called for one right there, but he got it over the net, and that's going to go out anyway. 18-15, Blaine gets a big point. Little sluggish here from the Panthers. Win sets for Woodford, that's long. Another quick point for Blaine. 18-16, and now a quick timeout for the Panthers. Timeout Panthers. Still lead by 2, and that's why I like this timeout. Nothing is lost. Get a quick side out here if you're Spring Lake Park. 7 points from the match. But Blaine's gotten themselves back into it here with a couple of big points. In a game that, or this set hasn't had that nice energy, nice rhythm. Feels like we've had a lot of service errors. It's been a little more sluggish. Hey, there's a fan of Cayeros Reyes. Everybody's got fans. It's nice to see that here for Spring Lake Park. A lot of fans. Everybody's got a picture of somebody around here. 18-16, Anders Larson serves. Woodford. Big point there for Spring Lake Park. Exactly what the doctor ordered out of the timeout for Spring Lake Park. Woodford gets the big kill. Dow. A low spinner. Brower. And that's going to work. Good job by Blaine to get the side out right back. Another one you get the feeling might come down to the wire again. Calvin Buffo. The libero. Oh, man. Grant Larson serves a facial. Big energy. That got the entire Blaine bench up on this one. Buffo once again serves it win. Woodford sends it over, but that's going to miss. They're going to say deflection Panthers. Deflection, and the Panthers get a point. And Blaine, a little unsure about that. Coach Christopherson wants to get a clarification potentially. He wants to see if anybody did touch this. That's hard to tell right there. I think they're looking for at least a second opinion on this. And this is a critical point. It's hard to tell from where I was if that got deflected or not. Woodford a little bit kind of giggling about it, but it was a close call. I don't know if when you call it a point, I don't know if you can reverse it based on what I'm seeing. Because I don't know if you got anything. Let's take one more look from this angle if we can see something. Maybe right, is that maybe? I don't know what you see in the truck. They're going to give the point to the Panthers, and I think that might be right. It might have hit the ring finger of Lizakowski. And that's missed long. Either way, that's a crucial point. And then a big follow-up point for the Panthers at 21-18. 4 points from the match. Off the tape, it gets across. Rejected, trouble. Larson runs it down, it's up in the rafters. They gotta bump it over with Brower. Woodford winds up, more trouble for Blaine. Demengi gets it over, free ball for the Panthers. Lau sent back, rejected by Larson. Big point from Grant Larson. Huge side out for the Bengals at 21-19. They get a good serve in, had to have it there. Woodford winds up. Larson sets. Brower missed it. Missed time jump by Brower. 22-19 and a big answer from the Panthers. Could have been a crucial momentum swing at this stage of the game. Molitor fires it at his libero counterpart. Demengi got it. Logan Demengi sends it down the line. 22-20. And now it's Cooper Brower to serve. Good one to the back line. Rotzenberg. Now Anders Lee. Good chance for the Panthers. They get the set they want with Lowe. Brower digs it up. Cadilleros Reyes. Set again for Lowe. Now it's Larson getting sent again. That one's rejected back. Grant Larson with Lizakowski in front. Huge point there for Blaine. It's 22-21. Lizakowski again! A candy-coated ball at the net. And an easy one for Peyton Lizakowski, and now we are tied at 22 in the fourth set. Momentum swing yet again, deflected by Mendez Benitez, and a point for Blaine. Little miscommunication on the back line. Just like that, it's 2 points from set 4 for Blaine. And into the net, an unforced error from Brower. 23 all. Big serve coming from Victor Wynn. Wynn to Buffalo on the back. They go Anders Larson. Dug up, oh man, players everywhere. Mendez Benitez just has to send it over, free ball, and it's Lizakowski, and that's sent back by Molitor. Larson again, got it. Set point for Blaine. Xavier Zhang will serve for the Bengals, set point at 24-23. And I think we're gonna get a timeout for the Panthers. Crucial set point coming up. Panthers really a couple of different times looked like they had all the momentum in this set. Like maybe they were gonna pull away. Bengals, to their credit, have fought back. We're gonna try one more look at that key point. This little set play right here. Look at this last sequence. That was a good point from Lee. That got them to that set point. Good back and forth. We've had some really close points, some hotly contested points, some close calls. All right, 24-23, set point for Blaine. Let's see where Zhang goes with this serve. Serving right in the middle. Coming right at the libero Molitor. They go low. Good dig there by Blaine. They have to send it over. It's a free ball. For the Panthers, and Rotzenberg gets it. Ames Rotzenberg squares the match at 24. And now Lowe serves. Larson on the far side. They'll try again, this time to Mengi on the near side. Kept alive by the Panthers. Mendez Benitez sends it over, it's trouble! And it's a point for the Panthers! And we got match point, just like that. Set point from the Bengals. 2 minutes later, we get match point for the Panthers. They get the look for Lowe. Trouble. Larson keeps it alive. Buffalo's got to bump it back over. Chance again, they go for Dow. Dow rejected. They go again, this time it's Lowe. Good rally here. Anders Larson looks for the put away, can't get it. Mendez Benitez. Larson again, they set for him, he's got it. Point for the Bengals. And we are square again at 25. And Blaine will sub in. 25 all in set 4. Rotzenberg, nice one right there, and another set point for the Panthers. Deflected out of bounds, and Domingue will come right back in after the serve. Crowd starting to yell for Spring Lake Park. Match point 26-25. Rotzenberg will serve. Good look for Anders Larson. Win with the set. Now they just have to set it over. Free ball for Blaine. On two! Grant Larson goes on two and gets the big kill. $26 all. Larson serves it. Dow. Point for Blaine. Bengals get set point. Rejected by the net by Dow. Mistimed the jump by a little bit. Mendez Benitez gets it over. Brower. That one's out. And we're going to a fifth set. And we're going to a fifth set. Blaine wins the marathon fourth set. 28-26. A wild fourth set. We're coming back with more in the fifth after this. Fourth set highlights. It was a lot of fun. And you take a look at Blaine battling their way back. It was a good start for Spring Lake Park in this set. It looked like they were going to take care of things, but Blaine made a nice charge. There's Rotzenberger late in the set, thinking they had match point. I think they had 3 or 4 of them, did the Panthers. Grant Larson with a big kill there. That was, I think, maybe the turning point, because that allowed them to get the 2 points in a row that they needed to win that set, 28-26. And now you wonder, if you're the Panthers, after you sort of had it in your hands, you had three match points, can you emotionally get yourself back up for a quick sprint fifth set? We played a 15, win by 2. A lot of fun in this one tonight. Great match between two teams that we thought would be pretty close. Middle of the conference here in the Northwest Suburban. I talked about the parity at the beginning, how it feels like on any given night, any team can beat anybody. Leads to some fascinating matchups. Tonight's another great example of that. Two teams that have some contrasting styles, do things a couple different ways, but it's been a lot of fun. Grant Larson to serve to start set number 5. Wolford goes with a little soap bubble change of pace, and it works. Isaiah Woodford puts it down, and a quick 1-0 start for the Panthers. Gabe Molitor will serve. Demengi from a nice set from Grant Larson. Beautiful set from Grant Larson, sets up Logan Demengi, the freshman. Serve from Brower, win, rejected. Not able to get that done. Critical point there for Blaine. They lead 2-1, Brower on serve. Low is long. And that's the thing, in a game like this, in a set where it's a lot shorter, 3- and 4-point runs can often make the difference. Larson sets, Anders Larson. That's up high into the rafters. This is gonna be a tough one. Good concentration by Molitor. Popped back over by Calleros Reyes. He will set again. He'll go back set this time. Victor Wynn tries to put it away, can't do it. Lowe goes back over the top. Back set for Demengi. Nice dig that time by Yang, and nobody at the net. Panthers look flustered. Quick 4 points from the Bengals. Somebody's got to go serve, and it's Brower. Pretty key service game from Cooper Brower. Anders Larson. Ben Lowe gets set from Kairos Reyes. Grant Larson just has to pump it up. This is not a great set. This is trouble for the Blaine Bengals. Can they get it over? That's up for grabs still. Lowe, rejected. Try to set again for Wynn. Wynn having no luck on that far side. Now Lowe gonna try. No luck there, but this time they finally get it. They had that wall jumping all over the place for Blaine. Finally, the Panthers find a soft spot. Just falls in front of the two Bengals. Victor Wynn. That's long by a lot. Holy smoke. Maybe a little too amped up here as a couple of big service errors from the Panthers. 5-2. Near side. Dow. Larson. Big one there from Anders Larson. Timeout. Timeout, Spring Lake Park, and all that momentum has moved their way to the Bengals. And you do see that a lot. I mean, it's pretty common. Now, this is where, like that, the Panthers just have to regroup and see if they can find their focus again. Blaine gets that emotional win in set 4. They have carried that emotion into set number 5, and Panthers have come out a little bit flat, need a big side out. They're down 6-2, and they need to chip away here. Again, shorter 5th set. That race to 15 comes at you pretty fast. One timeout used now in this one. Panthers, I have one left. Xavier Zhang will serve. Rotzenberg just has to send it over. Not much on it. Dow not able to quite put it away either. Panthers keep it alive. They go Dow. Dow gets a big point. That was deflected off Blaine anyway, and it was going to be down and good for Dow. Good cross-court pass from Wynn. And just sent that right up the line. Good job by James Dow. Been a little quiet in that 4th set as it went late. Definitely need to try to get him going in this 5th set. Brower. Molitor sends a high one for Dow. Maybe too high. But they get the point off the deflection. And SLP will get a big one. Blaine was ready for it. They caught a break with that one going out of bounds. Lau serves. Good high set for Domengue, but he's rejected. Good job by Rotzenberg. Gets up there and knocks it down, and it's 6-5. And now Blaine might want a timeout. Good answer from the Panthers. Just a fun way to start to wind down this regular season, isn't it? Fifth set. Panthers still trailing by 1. So this was a good timeout by Coach Christopherson to say, like, hey, we're fine. Stay with the plan here, guys. Like, we're up by 1. Let's just not hand 3 points away and make sure we take care of business with those sets inside. Take advantage of that height at the line. All right, big serve for Ben Lowe. Ooh, tough one on Buffo. It ate up Buffo. And we're tied at 6. Such a tough one. Off the serve, Larson. Dow sends that straight up. Dow again. Nope. And a point for Blaine. They just were there to reject 4 hits for the Panthers. 7-6 Bengals. Speaking of the Bengals, just hearing that the girls softball team, a nice 4-0 win tonight on the road at Anoka in that 4-5 matchup in that section. Big swat there by Rotzenberg, was rejected. Now Dow. And that's just out. Good attempt and a big point for the Bengals, 8-6. Take a look at this one. Yeah, it's pretty close, but just out. Healy will serve. Healy basically, like I said, about a 1 rotation sub, comes in to take this service game for Domengi, and he's long. Thanks for playing. And he'll sit down, Domengi back in. I know they're trying to get to that back line, see if they can stretch the Panthers out, but you can't miss by that much. Rotzenberg pops it high, Brower waits for it, now Larson gets it. Larson puts it down, and a big one for Blaine. Anders Larson coming up big. (9-7), Blaine leads by 2. Woodford, that's good. Isaiah Woodford. Little moxie finding that open space on the back line. 9-8. James Dow, the lefty, will serve. Dow with a high jump serve and into the net. James Dow tried to be aggressive there. Felt like it was a big toss. It's all smiles, still keeps the spirit up, but I know he wants that one back. 10-8. Oh boy. Indecision from Ben Lowe. He didn't know what to do with that. It looked like he was going to play it like a bump, and then he went to a set. And usually when you see that miscommunication or that misread, it's a point every time for the other side. 11-8 Blaine. Win. Critical one, Lizakowski. Now Brower sends it over. They keep it alive. Not much they can do. Free ball for Blaine. Lizakowski thought about it. It's Brower. Nobody on the back, and it's an easy one for Blaine. 12-8. 12-8. And another timeout for Spring Lake Park. 3 points from the match. Brower just did a good job of hitting it where they weren't. Everybody was up around that 6-foot line. Leaves a big space in the back. And they take advantage. A little over 2 hours in this match tonight, and that's a lot of jumping, a lot of physicality. Good news is it's kind of a cool night, so it's not super warm in the gym. But this is where you start to see where the legs are for everybody. And when you talked about what Coach Deegan said before the game about illness and injuries, this is the kind of time in the game where the injuries and the illnesses start to kind of rear their head, because the adrenaline kind of wears off and stamina kind of wears down. It's just, what do you have left in the tank? Win. Big ball. Point for Blaine, though. I think that went off the antenna. Yes, it did. 13-8. Woodford rejected. Lizakowski. And the Bengals have 6 match points. Blaine trying to pull one out of the fire tonight. It's long on the serve. They were down 2-1, and they were in trouble. They fought off 3 match points in the 4th set. Brower. Got it! Cooper Brower finds a way to get it done. And the Blaine Bengals win it 3-2. Fascinating game, and we'll talk with some of those Blaine Bengals in just a few minutes here on North Metro. Hey, welcome back, everybody, on North Metro TV. Big win tonight for the Blaine Bengals as they get the big 5-set victory over the Spring Lake Park Panthers, standing with 2 guys that helped make that happen tonight, and the young freshman Logan DeMengi and also Peyton Lizakowski as well. Fantastic performance from these guys. Logan, I'll start with you. First set, really, really close, but they kind of pulled away from you at the end. What is that like? You get down a set. How do you kind of rally back like you guys did in set 2?
This whole year, we've always lost the first set, so it was really nothing new to us. But we went to the huddle and we said we just got to get back, we got to get rolling and play our game.
They did a lot to get you involved, I thought, in like late set 1, early set 2. They were setting for you on the near side, giving you some chances. They have a lot of faith in you as a freshman to make some plays. That's got to be exciting, huh?
Yeah, it's. I love my team. It's awesome to be playing volleyball, and I'm so honored to be on this team.
It's a lot of fun indeed. You played really well tonight. Thank you. We'll trade spots here. We'll bring in Peyton. I really thought you kind of gave them an emotional lift when we needed it in set number 2. It felt like Spring Lake Park came out with a lot of energy, and you had to sort of absorb that as the visiting team. But I thought you kind of got them going as sort of an emotional spark. Is that sort of your role? What do you think of that?
Yeah, again, like you said, we have a lot of trust in our team. Physically, we have a really, really strong team. We can take on a lot of opponents. And I feel like a lot of volleyball is a mental game. And I just really believe in inspiring teammates is what's going to lead us to victory, and that drives my motivation.
That 4th set was wild. You were chasing down match points. It looked like they had you guys a couple of different times. It seemed like that second timeout made a little bit of a difference. You guys maybe made an adjustment or a tweak. What was that like in that huddle, and how did you kind of find that way to will yourself through set number 4?
I think we just did our best to shake off some nerves. I think coming into that, knowing any point could be the end of our game, I don't even know. We just kind of had to shake everything off and play our game because we know we could compete.
So pressure's the key. We just got to put you guys down a little bit, and all of a sudden everything's great. Fantastic stuff tonight, guys, for Peyton and Logan. That was fantastic, guys. Well done. This was a fun game tonight. I hope you enjoyed it on North Metro TV. Go back and watch the replay. I'm sure that's what these guys are going to go do right away. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for all the folks in the truck tonight, and thanks for everybody watching here on North Metro TV. On behalf of everybody else, this is Tim Anderson saying have a great night, and we'll see you next time on North Metro TV.